Hi, I'm Coyle at Knick. The purpose of today's video is to demonstrate how to perform a 3-point calibration with a pH sensor on a Stratos Multi. So to begin, we're going to go into the menu, go into the calibration menu, go into the Memosens pH because our sensor for today's video is an SE555. We're going to choose the Calimatic calibration mode. Cal points, we're going to set for 3 points. And then for our buffer set, we're going to choose the Knick Calimatic because that's the buffer solution we have. If that's not what you have, then you can go ahead and choose one of the already pre-installed calibration solutions. Verify that we're going to use the 4, 7, and 9 of the Knick Calimatic solutions. And we're going to go through next. At this point, you want to rinse your sensor with some deionized water and then dip it into the first buffer. The transmitter will pick up that the sensor is currently in the 7 buffer, and when it's ready, you can move on to the next. Up here in the corner, you can see the pH value dropping to conform to the next buffer solution, which in this case is going to be the 4. You want to wait and let the sensor stabilize, let that pH reading stabilize so that you have a much better calibration. Press next. Again, the transmitter will register that the sensor is currently in the 4 buffer solution. Now you can move on to the last one. Again, we're going to wait and let the pH reach the appropriate buffer solution, which in this case again is 9. Once the sensor is finally finished stabilizing, you can go ahead and press next. Again, it'll pick up that you are in the correct buffer, and then proceed. Once you got to the screen, you'll note that it was a successful calibration because of the smiley face telling us that the calibration has been successful. Then you want to make sure you hit adjust. If you hit calibrate, you'll have to perform the calibration over again. Adjustment successful, the calibration has now been saved. You can go ahead and successfully close out and back to the home screen. What's nice about the Memosens sensors is that the calibration is stored locally on the sensor itself. So you can go and have the correct previous calibration pull up. We can go ahead and connect the sensor to another Memosens device, and it will have the correct adjustment from our calibration just a moment ago. Thanks for watching today's video. If you have any questions, please reach out and let us know how we can help you.